don't jump on me. Don't jump on me. But I got a question for you. I know you don't like old Barack, but and I be kind of needing a little proof that things are taking place before I like all the way. But don't look at me like that though. I don't like how you're looking at me like that.
Yes, sir.
Because you know about where I'm gonna go.
My bad.
So
thank you for checking me, putting me in my place. Thank you.
Yeah. That was cool. I'm gonna have to show that to my guy. That's funny. So this Larry Sinclair guy. I know that I've been hearing him for like quite some time, making these accusations that he had some kind of sexual relationships with Barack, but I honestly don't know a whole lot about it, and I know that you know a whole lot more about it than I do. So what are your thoughts on that, and does it hold any validity?
I believe it holds 100% validity.
Pulled up in a bar outside, and there's this guy that's introduced to me as Barack Obama. So I just started rubbing my hand along his thigh to see where it was going, and it went the direction I had intended it to go.
Some of the things that he said seems quite outlandish, but now when you, again, retrospect, we've come a long way since he first came out with his story. And when he first came out, he had what he said was timelines and receipts, and the fact that he had, of course, it was a different time. You couldn't have cell phone flipped out to record everything. But when he did come out, he was coming from some very direct pieces of information based on time, location, and events. So when you would hear him talk and he could correlate it to a certain time, you can actually match up and make sense of it. However, with recent developments of people talking about Barack, including his own words that he fantasized about men, I'm just saying, Larry has some. What's there? Huh?
I got to check you again.
Okay, sorry, my bad.
So Obama said some things with his own mouth.
Yeah, his memoir. His notes to his ex-girlfriend. He had said that he fantasized about men. So if you correlate that to when he was having those fantasies and him dealing with Sinclair, of course it makes 100% facts. And you look at his behavior. I'm just saying, y'all might want to think that he's Rico Suave, but when you look at a man's behavior, you can tell some things about him. So yeah.
I want to slam on my brakes real quick. Let me tear the transmission up.
Tear that transmission up, buddy.
I forgot about the letter. What you call it? A memoir?
Yeah, a memoir. Yeah.
So I'm gonna call it a letter for people like me that don't understand that. That memoir. So the letter. Going back to that, I think that all of his accusations are kind of irrelevant if we looking at it from the standpoint of, is he a homosexual or is he not a homosexual, or did he used to be, or whatever, right? Because, I mean, let me make sure I got this right, because I don't want nobody putting words in my mouth. If a man is fantasizing about another man, then you're clearly a homosexual. Am I right about that? Or am I crazy?
I mean, hey, you want his exact words?
Yeah, give it to me.
Okay, I think that'd be most important, okay? This was written in 1982. Okay, he was 21 at the time. My mind is androgynous to a great extent, and I hope to make it more so until I can think in terms of people, not women as opposed to men. But in returning to the body, I see that I have been made a man, and physically in life, I choose to accept that contingency. Now, we all know that they like to hide their statements in big words, right? If you say, and this is coming from me, I know Corey has a different take on this. Hear me out.
But don't say me. Don't say me. Say somebody.
For me, this is what I'm going to say. If you say, I can see that I've been made a man physically, and you choose to accept that contingency, it's telling me that you're going to find a workaround to still enable the things you're thinking, even though you're in a man's body.
I know, but if who say that? Who you saying said that?
That's Barack that said that.
Oh yeah. So
All of that is Barack.
all right. So
Yes.
I got to check you again.
Yeah.
So, since I'm in the checking, I guess
Mm-hmm.
when Barack said that, that means he's a homosexual.
Oh, 100 billion trillion percent. Yes.
100%. So
100.
okay. All right. So that's clear. So
That's clear. Yes.
he's a homosexual. We both agree on that.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go from the angle of is Larry Sinclair telling the truth about his homosexual behavior with Barack Obama? That's different. And I'm just at this point, I'm curious because I'm already convinced that he's a homosexual. I've been convinced of that.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of wondering like, and I don't know if he telling the truth or not. And I haven't even came to a conclusion. I'm asking because I don't know much about it.
Mm-hmm. I can tell you this much. Okay. For me, I base people's believability on how well they can sustain a story. Because you know how lies are, right?
Yeah. Very.
You can only keep it up for so long, and before too long, you start mixing up your story. The story starts making no sense, and you're trying to remember what you said here to this person and that. His story has, when I say never, Corey, it never got over the top, and it never changed. He didn't try to embellish. He didn't try to add anything. He just said a matter of fact, this is what happened, and he always had the same two stories. We were in the car, we did something, and he later came to my apartment and we did something, and both times cocaine was involved. His story never changed, the time never changed, the events never changed. So when I look at that, and I look at Barack, and then now you're hearing about his memoir, and it happened long before he met Sinclair, I'm more prone to believe Sinclair than I believe anything else.
Well, let me Tupac you what they say about Tupac.
Mm-hmm.
How old was he again?
How old?
Yeah, how old was Barack when this?
The memoir was at 21 years old, but the excursion happened while he was still a lawyer and running for Senate. Yes, mm-hmm. Before presidency.
Oh, okay. So he was getting it in. Which okay, but for the record,
mm-hmm.
I went back to the 21 thing as sarcasm. I'm not supporting this because I don't care. Yeah, I know you know. I'm talking about the people that rely on me.
Even if you say they ain't gonna believe you.
Said he supported homosexuality. You know they say that, but no, I wasn't supporting it or supporting his statements or trying to stand up for him, because any man that say anything like that, whether he's serious or joking, it's not right. You know what I'm saying? And so he wrote that down to his girlfriend. So no, he's a homosexual. But I don't know. The Larry Sinclair is he pretty bold because you know people have been coming up missing for saying stuff. So I appreciate his courage to stand up against the. He's not standing up against the homosexuals, is he? He a homosexual.
He's gay too. Yeah. No,
he's still gay.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's never shied away from what he was,
oh.
And he was also into the drug scene and all that stuff, and that's where people call him out to say, well, because you did drugs, you think this happened, but it didn't happen. You were just always high and you didn't know, and blah blah blah. Here's my thing, okay? When I look at the way politicians behave, and then I watch how Barack behaved and how this guy talks, I can see why he has not been offed yet.
Because he's bold.
Not just he's bold in a certain conversational piece, homosexuality. Now, if he had come out and say Barack was something that the left was not supporting, like say he was coming out and saying he did this war crime, or they have this proof of him taking money from, I could see him disappearing, or he was behind this person dying, he'd been gone. Right. But him coming out to say Barack gay, tomorrow Barack could come out and say yes, I am gay, and he'd be praised. He'd be like, so brave, so brave. He could come out tomorrow, Michelle could come out as Michael, and they can both be holding hands, and they say, we never had them kids. We were just trying to hide because we were afraid of society. And then all of a sudden they're like, brave, stunning and brave, stunning and brave. Make them the new president of the United States. That's why I don't think he's been offed yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, Marlon, he was right about, which is, I agree with you 100% about the part what you said about him not being off because he's actually promoting homosexuality. Mm-hmm. in my eyes. Now that you say that, you got a very valid point. But I want y'all to know that Marlon just took a shot at me about the Michael thing. See, listen.
Excuse you. It was a sniper and it had a silencer on it.
Dang
Okay.
it, man, will you quit taking my words, please?
Okay. Good.
Please.
I'm
begging
glad you
please,
know. That's all I'm glad.
Please quit taking my words, sir.
We're on the same page. That's
Okay.
all.
So that's what I'm gonna say. So Merlin over there with a sniper with a silencer on it. Because look, again, and I know everybody want to be upset with me because I don't believe or not believe this stuff about the Michael stuff. I mean, my name is Corey, not Merlin. I personally don't have enough evidence to say that, but I'm not going to say it's not so. I don't know. And I'm not afraid to say that I don't know. But as far as Barack Obama being a homosexual, I'm going to go 100% minimum. He used to be. Maybe he cleaned up. I knew I was going to get you right there. He said, hey, we say, this Negro don't want to say.
At 100% minimum used to be.
100% minimum used to be.
Used to be.
Yeah, but no, he's sick to the core. And then he also showed his support in that when he was president. And that's clear. He literally promoted homosexuality to a high degree, and that's 100%. But what's even more alarming than that is that let's talk about black people. Okay, is that the blacks voted for him, and some whites too now, voted for him because he black. And I believe some people voted for him because he's a homosexual, right? And I think that's a really sad thing, because at some point we have to realize that you worshiping a color, you're worshiping a quote unquote race of people, because like people would say to me right now, I guarantee you, I'm gonna get some people to say, maybe even some friends and family, I can't believe he was on there. They call it disrespect. Telling the truth is disrespectful. Disrespecting that black man. I don't understand that, man. I mean, for the life of me. But if you look at it, okay, so look where supporting him because he's black got us today. All right, you don't want to blame it on that? Let me step out on a limb and say this. Joe Biden is the president today because of Barack Obama. Prove me wrong. Okay, silence. All right. So Barack, so Joe Biden. See, even Ronald was up.
See, I was just minding my business. I didn't know what you said.
You don't know what I say?
No, I was. You see something in my hand, right? Something was wrong with my hand, and I was kind of, I don't want to. It was itching.
No, you was reading a text from the kids.
Yeah, from some, and So I didn't want to, disrupt your thought process or nothing. I'm not like that,
So he's in office because of Barack. Now I know you can say, but they cheat. Look, regardless to how, whether it was by votes or by the other thing that we can't say or get banned, he's there because of Barack. That's the bottom line. And we all speculate, like I said, speculate that Barack is literally running Joe from the basement. So it's all him. What, man? What you to come up with? See, there you go. Did I lie?
He's running Biden from behind.
Yeah. Wow. Oh yeah. I love you, man. But if you don't show up tomorrow when I call you in the morning, if I call you in the morning, man, and you don't answer, I'm just going to start crying. Whew. Dang it, man. Look on camera in front of everybody. Y'all, I love Merlin. Man. He was a good I just don't know what happened to him.
I remember this one time when we was young. Man, I miss those days. It's too bad he's gone now.
All I know is that he said he was running Biden from behind, and then boom. The next day I called him. It was over with. Yeah, but no, but for real though, he's there because of Obama, and whether people want to admit it or not, and this is not a promote for the Republican or promote for the Democrats. This is simply saying what's real. This country right now is in horrible shape, and we are in a horrible position simply because of Joe Biden. Whether you want to face that or not, we are in a bad situation because of Joe Biden. And this is part of what we get for being driven by hate. We got here by way of hate because we didn't vote. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm talking about, I mean, y'all, the blacks and the low down dirty whites too, voted for Biden because they hate Trump, and hate got us here. So this is what we're dealing with. So now I would only think that we could use our brains, next time around. Whether you vote Democrat or Republican, vote for somebody because you like what they bring to the table, not because you hate their opponent.
It's an interesting dynamic, but that's where we're living now, and they've done a good job of dumbing down. Eventually we'll get to why people are so dumb, but anyway, we have our own take about that.
You want to do a video on why people are so dumb, and then but when I give my take on it, people gonna call me dumb, but that's okay. We'll do that. So
I think we should.
We should. Okay. Mm-hmm. Y'all make sure y'all look about, what should we call it? Dumbed down. It had a word dumbed down in it. And be on the looking for that video, and we'll show you how people gum down. Gum down. Gun down. I say gun down. Oh God, shoot, I'm in trouble. Somebody Lord,
he thought I was gonna be the first to go. All
right. I am not suicidal, and I didn't gun myself down. And my wife didn't do it. The woman loved me. That's what I think. That's what she told me.
I believe her.
I believe her. She loved me. So ladies and gentlemen, so watch out for that video too. And we're gonna talk about how we as a whole has been dumbed down. And then I think I'm gonna try to prick Marlon's brain to get us to understand how it affected some of us, but not all of us. So that's gonna be a good conversation. But until then, wake up before you go to sleep. Peace. We out of here.